All right. So I want to kind of just speak to everybody. Um, really want to talk to these parents though. Not so much the kids, just the parents. It's been a month, over a month. And your kid's been locked in the house. You've been locked in your house. You've been seeing what your kid been doing. See, some of you parents want to act like you don't know or don't see what your kid does or don't do. Then a lot of parents already have an excuse. You got an excuse. Oh, before you bring them to practice or before you bring a kid to training, a parent will text you, oh, just to let you know they were sick or just to let you know it was that. Well, if it's that serious, don't bring them. But as soon as you bring them, but it's a but, like you're now giving them an excuse, you're giving them an out. If they can't make it through, why would you bring them? Because if you bring them to me, they're gonna do everything. I don't care. Because when you step in them 4 lines in a real game, no one cares if you're sick, you're hurt. When you step outside your house for life, no one cares. No one cares if you can't make it to work. They'll find someone who can, who gonna come in sick. And you parents know that. But then while I was sending these kids all these homework assignments, I'm like, a lot of these parents have unrealistic expectations for these kids. Which means a lot of you parents weren't even what you want your kids to be. And no, your kids ain't even built like what you want them to be. Yet you get mad at them. Let me ask you parents a question. Why would you get mad at a kid when their work ethic resembles exactly yours? So what I did was I turned around and I started sending parents workouts. A lot of parents talk about their weight or how they're not happy with their weight or how they want to lose weight or all this. So the difference is I was like, I'm going to send these kids these workouts and I'm going to send the parents these workouts. Now I guarantee you the parents have a better chance of reaching their kids if they doing these workouts because they're holding themselves accountable. I'm hitting the parents up and the parents are giving me every excuse why they ain't doing the work. I mean, they're not doing nothing. At least if you're not going to do all the work, do something. Yet you're going to sit around and be unhappy about being fat. I'm not calling you fat, but if you're unhappy about what you look like, then that's what you're calling yourself. See what I'm saying? I'm not calling you fat. But the way society works is you're downing yourself, but then get mad for somebody calling you exactly what you think you are. If you think you're fat, you're fat. If you think you're skinny. It's what you think. It ain't what everybody else tell you. I'm tired of these parents. You got to knock it off. You got to stop giving these kids excuses. You got to stop giving yourself excuses. It all starts with you. If you want your kid to be A1, if you want your kid to do everything the right way, if you want your kid to push through, why don't you start pushing through? Why don't you stop making excuses? Why don't you stop talking about work? Everybody got the same 24 hours. Some people do everything you do and more. They don't have an excuse. But I guarantee you, parents, when you limit your excuses, your kids won't have much to say. My mom raised 10 kids on her own without a husband. 10 kids. Never another man in the house. She got on the bus. She walked. We pushed grocery carts miles home from the grocery store. Wasn't no excuse. My mom found a way. All 10 of us graduated. You want to know why? Because how can you not graduate when you see a woman have no excuses? Excuses got to stop. Parents, if you really want to help your kids, stop giving them unrealistic expectations and put those expectations on you. Hold yourself accountable. And if you hold yourself accountable, your kids gonna follow right in line. All these kids follow me for one reason. I am what I say. I am what I say. So if I tell you to be great, I am great. I don't want to be great. I am great. If I tell you let's get in shape, I am in shape. If I tell you let's run a mile, I will run that mile. I am going to run that mile. I am going to do and I am going to be everything I'm asking and wanting you to be, or I'm not going to ask you to be something I know myself I couldn't even be. Let's stop playing around. Let's start taking back control of our life. And parents, I promise you, it's going to rub off on your household, on your wife, on your kids, on your dogs, on your babies. The energy when people walk around, the people you talk to. Let's get in shape. Let's start fixing our brain. Let's start taking care of us. Let's start leading by example. Stay fresh.